Now, 29 days after the release of the KGSEA results, growing concern has gripped the education sector as confusion over Form 1 placement deepens. In Thika, Kiambu County, education stakeholders warn the uncertainty is leaving parents and learners in distress, potentially undermining access to quality education. They are now calling for increased investment in local schools.
As Form 1 learners prepare to report in a few weeks, uncertainty and confusion continue to cloud the placement process. This has been evident since the release of the Kenya Junior School Education Assessment results. The situation has drawn concern from a section of education stakeholders in Thika, Kiambu County, who warn that unless urgently addressed, the confusion could worsen and negatively disrupt stability and progress within the senior education. A key concern highlighted is the placement of learners in afar-off schools, revealing the poor state of many county institutions. Stakeholders say the issue would be manageable if schools were well-resourced, but alleged misuse of the national government Affirmative Action Fund has dimmed that dream.
It's very disheartening to note that the result is here. The kid has done so well, but you find most of our students have been sent far counties, so that the parent is so convinced, is very happy that the kid performed well. But again, you have to travel very far to get the school that was assigned to the kid. It is not really appealing as far as CBA is concerned. So let us improve at our sub-county levels. Why do we have devolved government?
Ole wao wabunge ambao watumii pesa yao kwa kujenga mashule ya NCDF kwa sababu sa wakati wamefikiwa. Sasa ndio watajulikana hawafanyagi vile kunatakiwa kufanyiwe.
Local leader Bugwa Wanyoike blamed some members of parliament for fueling the crisis, alleging they have misappropriated funds meant for educational development and diverted public resources for personal benefit, worsening conditions in learning institutions.
And especially these members of parliament, because many of them are the ones who have compromised the Kenyan political system. And even up to now, many of the constituencies in this country have been lagging behind in matters of national development simply because members of parliament have relaxed.
Coming to the defense of affected learners, counseling psychologist Dr. Susan Gitau warned that positioning students to poorly resourced schools exposes them to stress, which can negatively affect their emotional well-being and ultimately lead to poor academic performance.
The mind cannot settle where it doesn't feel safe. The mind cannot perform where it doesn't feel safe. And so these children, some of them actually get traumatized, because anytime we think about trauma, we are talking about a situation I have never encountered before, a situation I never expected. And that creates instant disorganization or disorientation of my mental status. And so very many students they go to school and there is a nosedive of their academic performance.
The stakeholders called on investigative agencies to take firm action against misuse of education funds. This is as the Ministry of Education gave a grace period of reapplication of school to suit the interest of learners. Ocheng Cynthia, KUTV.
Now, DCP party